Time has a peculiar way of moving both slowly and quickly, depending on the circumstances. After that one fateful night when my wife's sister and I allowed temptation to lead us astray, we assumed we could bury the secret, never to be spoken of again. We hoped that time would somehow absolve us of our wrongdoing, but it only served to deepen the chasm between our innermost thoughts and our outward lives. Our decision not to tell my wife was driven by a mix of fear, guilt, and a strange hope that if we didn't acknowledge our sin, it might somehow cease to exist. We knew that confessing our mistake would have far-reaching consequences, and we dreaded the thought of ruining the lives of not only ourselves but those we held dear. So we sealed our secret like a Pandora's box, allowing the darkness inside to remain locked away. The weight of our transgression seemed to press down on us more heavily with each passing year. Our marriage, already fragile due to unrelated issues, suffered as I carried the burden of this hidden truth. I would often catch myself staring at my wife, the woman I had pledged my life to, and wonder how I could have let her down so profoundly. I loved her deeply, but this clandestine affair continued to gnaw at my conscience. Similarly, my relationship with my sister-in-law had evolved into a complex dance of avoidance and denial. We maintained a facade of familial closeness, but beneath the surface, an invisible barrier separated us. The guilt we shared was our unspoken bond, a tie that threatened to choke the life out of our family dynamic. As the years passed, we both recognized that our actions had set in motion a sequence of events that was now impossible to fully control. The abortion my sister-in-law had chosen to undergo weighed heavily on her, and its emotional scars remained long after the physical wounds had healed. While our intentions had been to shield our loved ones from pain, we couldn't escape the fact that we had caused more harm than we had sought to prevent. For all the remorse we felt, there was also a growing sense of the unfairness of our predicament. We longed for redemption, but didn't dare to reach out for it. The fear of exposing our secret and witnessing the fallout kept us locked in a seemingly endless cycle of guilt and despair. It wasn't until a chance conversation with a trusted friend who had no knowledge of our secret that I began to contemplate the possibility of revealing the truth. My friend spoke of the healing power of confession and the importance of acknowledging our mistakes in order to move forward. Her words resonated deeply within me, and I began to question whether our silence was truly the best course of action. My wife and I finally decided to seek professional help to address our lingering issues. In the safety of a therapist's office, we shared our secret for the first time, the words tumbling out with all the weight we had carried for so long. The therapist provided guidance and tools to help us navigate the path toward healing. Ultimately, we realized that honesty, even if it came at a great cost, was the only way to truly rebuild the shattered trust in our family. It was a heart-wrenching decision, but we knew it was the right one. So, we mustered the courage to sit down with my sister-in-law and my wife and confess our shared secret. The fallout was devastating. Trust was shattered, anger and sorrow reigned, and our family was left in disarray. Yet, as the dust settled, we began the arduous process of rebuilding, one brick of truth at a time. It was not a swift or easy journey, but it was necessary. We had to learn that the road to redemption was paved with painful admissions, remorse, and the unwavering commitment to making amends.